What's going on, guys? My name's David. Today we're going to take a look at the Aegis Legend mod, aka the Indestructible Beast from Geek Vape, and we're going to figure out just how indestructible it is. But first, we're going to take an up-close look at it before we beat the out of it. Alright guys, so here we have the Aegis Legend mod from Geek Vape. As you can see on the bottom here, it touts the title, the Indestructible Beast. So we're going to put that to the test. First, I just want to show you guys the mod, show you what we're working with. It's actually a really nice mod. So we're going to take it out of the box here and just take a look at it. In function, it's pretty similar to most other mods in terms of it has a fire button, it has an up and down button, it's got a dual battery compartment on the bottom for two 18650 batteries. This latch is a bit hard to get closed, but that's not a big deal. It kind of makes sense being that it's such a rugged mod. On the top here, you've got your standard 510 connector, as well as a rubber-covered USB port for waterproofing and dustproofing, I'm assuming. This is a pretty beefy piece of rubber here. Once you get it pushed down in there, it seems to keep everything secure. You've also got some nice leather on the back here. I'm not sure, I don't think it's authentic leather. I could be wrong, but it feels nice. And around the entire body, you've got a rubberized finish, which obviously helps with shock absorbency, but also gives you a nice kind of feel and a nice grip to it. And then the actual metal part of the mod, as you can see, it kind of goes around here, and then the chassis underlying everything, that is die-cast aluminum, so it's made to be strong. Alright, so now let's get to the part you guys all want to see. Let's take this thing outside and see if we can break it. Alright guys, so we're outside now. We've got our Aegis Legend. We're going to start putting this thing through a series of tests to see just how strong it is. We're going to start off kind of small with everyday regular scenarios that might actually happen, and we're going to work our way up to even more extreme tests to see just what this thing can withstand. Alright guys, so for our first test, we're going to drop it off this ledge right here. It's approximately about a 3-foot drop onto concrete. Try to simulate a real-life scenario. Let's see how it holds up. Alright guys, so here's the mod after the first drop off that 3-foot ledge. As you can see, there are a few small kind of scuffs and scratches on the corners mainly. Overall, still in good condition here. We threw some batteries in here and I threw an RDA on here just so we can turn this thing on and see how it works. Screen still works, as you can see. Turns on, let's see if it fires. It does. So, it's still working. Let's go on to the next test. Alright guys, so now we're going to up the ante even more. I put the mod over here on top of this truck. This is a Ram 1500, and we've estimated that it's about a 6.5-foot drop. So imagine you're going to get into your truck at the end of the day, and you accidentally leave your mod on the roof and you drive off. We're going to see what happens when this thing falls off. So let's get it. Alright guys, so here we have it after it just fell off the truck. The main point of impact, I'm thinking, was kind of right here as this part looks scuffed up and the battery door did pop open, but otherwise, surprisingly in good condition. Let's see if it turns on still. 5 clicks. It's turning on, and let's see if it still fires. Still works. Let's get the next one. Alright, so in addition to being shockproof, this device is also IP67 waterproof and dust resistant. So we're going to test its waterproofing abilities and see how dust resistant it is right now. Alright, so we just dumped water all over this thing. I dried it off real quick with some paper towels just to make sure everything was good to go. I did notice a small amount of water inside the battery door, literally like 1 or 2 very tiny drops. I'm not sure if that's going to be an issue. We dried it off with a paper towel. Let's see if this thing still turns on. 5 clicks, the screen is going on. Let's see if it fires. Still fires. Alright guys, so we brought the Legend mod out here to a place with a ton of dirt. That way we can test just how dirt-proof and dust-proof it really is. Alright, so here's the mod. As you can see, after we threw it in a bunch of dirt, haven't turned it on yet. No real dirt inside, but clearly dirt all over the mod. Let's give it 5 clicks, see if it turns on. Oh. Alright, so it turns out the mod still does work. We just have to readjust the batteries a bit. I guess they were put in wrong, but there we go. Mod still fires, screen still works. It's all good. So this mod's surprisingly pretty tough. But is it tough enough to get run over by a Ram 1500 and still work? Let's find out. Let's do it. All right, let's see what that did. Surprisingly, it looks just fine. It's got definitely a couple kind of deep cuts in the side here from the stone and the ground, but it's not flattened out and it looks to still work. So let's throw some batteries in it and see what it does. All right, batteries are in, RDA is on. Let's see if it still turns on. It's on. Still firing. I'm getting sick of this thing. Let's really break it.
Right field, gone! Holy smoke!
All right, so we lost a piece somewhere. I didn't see what fell off. Something fell off. Let me go for the actual mod out here and see what we're missing. The battery door is gone. We lost the battery door, but surprisingly, oh, and the screen and the power button's broken. Power button's gone, USB popped out. I don't think that's gonna keep working, but it might. Let's test it. All right, so here's the aftermath. After hitting it with a baseball bat, first thing you notice is that we lost the battery door. We need this in order for the batteries to make contact, so we're gonna see if we can put it back together to see if it'll work. But in addition to that, we also lost the fire button, which I found, luckily, and there's some substantial damage kind of all over the device, but no major denting or cracking or anything of that nature. Battery tubes still look intact. Hypothetically, we might be able to put this back together and see if it'll still function. Oh yeah, and here's the dent it left in the baseball bat. I hit it very hard, and I'm assuming it hit straight on the corner. All right, so we were able to get the battery door back on. We had to bend a little bit of metal and everything, but it seems to be on there pretty well now. Fire button, unfortunately, we couldn't get it to stick back on here, so I'm not sure if that's gonna affect it at all, but we're just gonna try to click it with our hand and see if it'll turn on. Holy shit, it turned on. 76 watts, it's still where we last set it. If this fires, I'm gonna be blown away. Oh my God, this thing still works. This really is indestructible. All right, so as you guys can see, this device is surprisingly durable. We put it through all of those tests and it's still functioning and it's still working. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. It lets us know that we're doing a good job. If you want to see more videos like this where we destroy stuff, let us know in the comments down below. And be sure to subscribe so you can see those videos when they do come out. Oh yeah, and the winner of the MePod from our last video is in the description down below. So be sure to check out that description to see if you're the winner. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.